Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Daily IoT. I hope everybody in the United States had an amazing Thanksgiving. For those of you outside of the United States, I hope you had an amazing last Thursday. Before we get into today's episode, I just want to talk about the Turkey Temp Tracker project. Was a great success on Thanksgiving Day. Had it in my turkey. Some very interesting things. The most interesting thing I learned from the data from the Turkey Temp Tracker was that the temperature of your meat, internal temperature, does not go up until about the last half an hour of cooking. So we had our turkey in the oven for 3.5 hours, and it was the last half an hour that the internal temperature really took off up to done temperature. So interesting thing watching the temperature, but went off without a hitch. Great little project. I thought it went really well using the YPi from PyCom and Losant on the back end. So that turned out great. On today's episode, we got a package. I'd say it's mail time because I got 2 packages, which I'm really excited about, but this package is the one that I am super excited about opening. I've had it for several days, but I was trying to wrap up the Turkey Temp Tracker project, but we are going to open this up right now. Before I do that, this is coming from Agility Design up in Washington State. This is if you remember, if you've been watching the show, this is the group that wanted to help out with our texting dryer project and said that they would design a board and do a case design as well. We got it now. They came in. Really appreciate those guys hopping in to help out. I wish I had a knife. I do not, so I'm going to use these scissors and just bust this thing open. But I've been sitting on this, like I said, for a few days and I've been dying to open it. Bubble stuff. Oh, my kids are gonna love this stuff. All right. Oh. Okay. I don't open a lot of packages, as you can tell. Oh my goodness, so great. It's like a purple design, and look what they stuck on the back there. Texting Dryer by Kevin Sidwar. Ah, these guys are awesome. Check out YouTube at Daily IoT for more projects. These guys really dominate. Okay, let's get Agility Design sticker. Awesome. And not only do we have unpopulated boards, but we have got, oh my goodness, yes. Look at this. Fully populated and soldered with the Meanwell IRM05. That takes the AC from the dryer and converts it to DC. A bunch of, I can't remember what we call these, terminal blocks to plug in the wires to connect up in the dryer. RFM69 right here soldered on, and even an Adafruit Trinket. Man, they went the whole way. What's really cool about this is the Trinket, because it can't be programmed. If you remember way back when we filmed these episodes, you cannot program this when it's connected in circuit because it messes with the USB lines. And so put some headers on here so that you can pop this off, program it, and put it back in, which is awesome. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness, next episode or something. So an episode soon. I gotta hook this thing up, stick it in the dryer, and see what we have. So this was Andy from Agility Design. Thank you so much for designing this and populating, filling out, soldering everything on. I will test this as soon as I can. And then also Dan from Agility Design has designed a case that we are going to submit to, I believe, Fictive. You've seen me wear their shirt a few times. Awesome group out in San Francisco. I was able to meet them a little while back. We're going to fill out, we're going to submit the 3D design for the case. They designed a case for this as well, so it'll mount in there nice and pretty. This is awesome. Amazing. Texting dryer. Turned out so good. I love it. Okay. Other piece of mail here. I got an email from, I'm trying to remember what they're called. Wisen, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. It's a company in Australia that offered to send me a couple of, so on the texting dryer board, we have the RFM69 module, runs at, this particular one runs at 433 megahertz. And then, oh, there we go. This company, like I said, Wisen, not sure how to pronounce it, I apologize if I'm butchering that, said, hey, we'd love to send you one of our Whisper Node boards, which it runs the RFM 95 chip right here on the back. That is a LoRa chip. And so I'm really excited to play with this. There is a, I think there was a way to, oh, yep, there we go, a bunch more stuff. You can mount a little what's the battery? CR2032 battery, and apparently with low sensor reading intervals, these things can last up to a year on a little teeny coin cell battery, which we are gonna test out. So I am very excited to play with this antenna. They sent me 2 of them so I can pair them together and communicate. So I'm not sure when I'll get around to it, but I really would love to play with one of these. Again, similar to the texting dryer, it's a radio communication module for talking module to module. Because it's LoRa, you can also buy nodes, or you can build a node with a Raspberry Pi on these. I'm interested to learn more about this and play with these, and I will let you know how that turns out. Quick note before we end today's episode, you will notice I've done a little bit of a background change here. Decided that I was not fully utilizing the background area in my videos, and so if you'd love to see something up here on the shelf, send me an email, kevin@sidwar.com. Hit you up with an address and you can send me something and we'll put it up on here. We've got the turkey temp tracker up here, obviously some Capitals things. Very, very sad news. Connor McDavid lost his head. I'm really sad about that. Question of the day. I was going through some of my old stuff and found Super Black Bass from Super Nintendo days, for those of you that are old enough to remember. This was, I don't know why, I'm not like a huge fisherman or anything, but this was one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, right behind like an F-Zero and a Pilot Wings. So question of the day is, what is your favorite Nintendo game? Could be original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, or Wii, or anything after that, Switch. What is your favorite Nintendo game? I appreciate everybody watching Daily IoT, the show where together we're learning how to make the Internet of Things one day at a time.